Instagram. What's up? I was just saying hello to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to Twitter or X, YouTube, and I think that's everybody on that stream. Instagram, I got you here on the phone because I love to talk to you, Instagram. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock a.m. in sunny, beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. We got a Monday morning live broadcast today. I brought a good one to you. I'm going to talk to you today about sort of my top 3 reasons why I don't advise a goal weight in terms of your fitness and wellness journey. Now, I could go into the hype of hating setting a goal weight. That's absolutely a much more catchy title. Instagram, I could say, here's why I hate a goal weight. But I don't want to lead with hate today. There's enough hate in the world. I want to lead with love. So let's get into my top 3 reasons why I advised against setting a goal weight that is delicious water as a function of your fitness and wellness journey. So I don't wait for one podcast because that would mean it was about me. It's not about me. I'm going to dive right into the information because I know a lot of you will watch this live broadcast on the replay anyway. But just for clarity, again, I'm broadcasting to 2 different cameras. So if I look past you, Instagram, it's not because you're not important to me. I'm just looking past to the camera where Facebook and everybody else is. Let's dive into it. So first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ren Jones. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified corrective exercise specialist. I'm also certified as a nutrition coach, level 1 and 2 through Precision Nutrition. And I'm certified as a women's coaching specialist through Girls Gone Strong. Shout out, as always, to Molly Galbraith. And I have 3 separate other certifications specifically in the realm of menopause, health, and fitness. So I work with women over 30, usually moms. A lot of my clients now are in the midlife territory, but that's the population that I serve. So everything that I talk about is from the perspective of serving the 30 and up women's population. What's up, Celeste? So let's get into it. Oh, before I get to that, I've got to pay the bills really quickly. I'm currently enrolling. I'm enrolling no more than 5 women over 30 who want to build their healthiest body, their healthiest relationship with that body. It's important. Your healthiest relationship with food without doing any calorie counting or macronutrient counting. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I do. Like the Black Panther said in Avengers, we don't do that here. But if that sounds like something that you're interested in, my signature 12 or 15 week for menopause program might be right for you. DM me the word live, LIVE. We'll have a short chat. I'll ask you 5 questions to see if we might be a good fit, if what I do is a good fit for you. Let's get into the content though. 3 reasons why I advise against a goal weight. For the folks out there that like hyperbole, 3 reasons why I hate a goal weight. Because we got to hate something on the internet now for people to pay attention. So reason number 1 is the source of the goal weight number. The first reason why I don't really subscribe to having my clients set a specific goal weight is where the number come from, y'all, right? And I know we don't often think about that. It's sort of the way that we sort of don't think about 1,200 calories being a magic number for weight loss, right? That number's been circulating like the flashing 12 on a VCR. I'll be 50 in April. That's why I said VCR. Stay with me, younger generation. But how do you know that the number that you've set for a goal weight is an actual health-based number? Like, how do you get to the number and figure out? In my experience as a coach, and I've been doing this for more than a decade now, it comes from 1 of 3 places. Either 1, and this is probably the most prevalent, the BMI chart, right? You go to the doctor looks at you. They don't do any tests, right? They don't ask you for any blood. They don't do any respiratory. And they just look at you and say, according to what you weighed coming in here and this ancient chart on my wall, you should be this number because that matches this height. So the first place that the number for your goal weight most often comes from, ladies, is a BMI chart. I have some issues with the BMI chart. We're going to circle back around to that one, Instagram. The second place that the number typically comes from is some number that you were at some point in your life when things maybe were great, right? And you associate that weight with that period, with that joy. The two aren't connected. There may be a correlation. You were at that weight when certain things happen, but it's not the weight wasn't a cause of the joy, right? So you look back to, oh, well, when I was in high school, oh, when I was a freshman in college, oh, when I was 25, and a lot of people select a goal weight from just some previous time when they were alive and things were good, and they feel like if I get back to that weight, I get back to that life, right? You can create any life at any weight that you want to, by the way. Just as a caveat, stick that in there. But that's also problematic for me because it's not an indication of health. It's an indication of a romanticized period in your life, right? Maybe when you had less bills or less kids or less problems. So that's not really a moniker of health per se. You do have some psychological joy attached to that number. I don't know if that's a correct term, psychological joy. All joy, I think, is probably psychological. But you may have some type of joy associated with that time of your life. And now, if you could weigh that much, well, you could be that person again. But that person evolved into the amazing person that you are today. So let's not get too fixated there. The third place that I see that goal weight from is something that was imprinted, right? And when I say imprinted, maybe the early years of your life, a lot of women will tell me their goal weight is 135. And I'll say, why 135? Oh, well, my mother used to always talk about being healthy at 135. So the imprinting sort of came into play there. And that's part of why you want to be at that goal weight. So the first issue that I have with setting a goal weight is that the number itself, if you really think about it, is relatively arbitrary. We don't know what someone's health would be at a certain weight. There's no way to tell that. Oftentimes, medically, we assume that your health would be better at a certain weight, but we don't know because whatever your goal weight is out there, ladies, whatever it is right here today, I can guarantee you that there's a human existing out there in the universe somewhere at that goal weight that's suffering physically, that's ill in some way. And being at the weight is not saving them from whatever illness, situation, or circumstance that they're dealing with, right? Getting to a weight is not a golden buzzer on a television talent show, right? You're like, oh, 135, golden buzzer, now you're healthy. Like, it doesn't work that way. The problem with the BMI chart is that it's not only is it antiquated, but I'll say it's also stupid, right? 1800s, some mathematician develops a calculation that's meant to assess a population of Eastern European men. So we got men, 1800s, Eastern European, meant to assess a population by the mathematician's own statements. This is meant to assess a population of humans generally to figure out generally if they're healthy. So BMI chart is a thorn in my side, right? I can see its use for medication, prescriptive measures based on the size and weight of a person. But other than that, BMI chart is just a waste of fucking time. I mean, let's call it what it is. And I hate to use the F-bomb this early on a Monday, but here we are. The second reason why I advise against the goal weight is because the weight that your body is not an indication of your health. I alluded to that earlier, right? I said that, you could be at a certain weight. You could be at a certain weight, you could have the flu. You can be at a certain weight and unfortunately, God forbid, have cancer. You can be at a certain weight and have lost a leg. As a matter of fact, that will drop your weight. But it doesn't mean that because you're at that weight that you're healthy. And oftentimes people do batshit crazy things to get down to a certain weight. And that's the second reason why I don't subscribe to setting a goal weight specifically. Here's what I mean. There's a law, and I talk about this law often. It's called Goodhart's Law. I'm a business guy. I went to school for business, not for exercise and science and things like that. I'm multi-certified now, but I was in school for business. Goodhart's Law is an economics law. And what the law says is that when a measure becomes a goal, it ceases to be a good measure. I'm going to repeat that for Facebook and the other folks up here, because Facebook, they slow, y'all. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. When a measure becomes the goal, it ceases to be a good measure. I'm going to use an example talking about weight loss to help you better understand why I hate setting a weight goal. If you have the office pool at work, right? January, everybody's hyped. January's the time and everybody's going to get in shape. The HR manager comes out and goes, guys, we got an office pool today. This month, we're going to institute an office pool. So over the course of January, we're going to see who loses the most weight, because we're going to get healthy as an office. And whoever loses the most weight gets to win the office pool, right? Everybody's going to put in $25 or $35 or $50. And at the end, because of the number of employees, that'll be $1,000 prize. So we got $1,000 prize this month to get healthy, and whoever loses the most weight will win that money, right? So we've taken a measure, weight, and we made it a goal. Lose the most. Now, the office turns into pandemonium, right? Everybody's going batshit crazy, doing the weirdest shit ever to get down to that goal weight. You see Susan in the break room. Susan's like, I'm going to win that weight loss pool this month. I've stopped eating breakfast and lunch for the month. I'll get down to that weight. Now, is Susan getting healthy to get down to that weight, or is she doing something batshit crazy just to get to that number, right? Because she's taking something that's a measure, weight, and made it into a goal, right? And now it's no longer a good measure. Because you can get healthier and you may lose weight, right? That may be a byproduct of you getting healthier, adopting healthier habits. But losing weight doesn't mean that you're healthier in and of itself. You see Donald in the break room, see him in the morning, and Donald's got a bottle of water and he's mixing something up. Like, Don, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm putting laxative in my water for the next 30 days so I can win the office pool. I'm just going to poop all the weight off. Man, it's going to be great. I'm going to win that money, right? Again, the office pool has taken a measure, weight, and made it a goal, and now it ceases to be a good measure. Goodhart's law of economics, when a measure becomes a goal, it ceases to be a good measure. So when you set a goal weight, and at any cost, no matter what, you're going to get down to that weight, because that means you'll be healthy then, based on a number that's probably arbitrary. See number one from today's discussion. Now, you're not thinking about health. You're thinking about the end result of the number at almost all costs. I've seen more people, more women, compromise their health by trying to get to a specific weight than I've seen people get healthy by setting a goal weight in the first place. Short rant, let's go on a sidebar. Philosophically, ladies, what we see in the context of the wellness industry as it sort of pertains to weight and weight loss is we see the fitness wellness space inviting you to shrink at all costs to appease what they indicate is success for your body, right? And that means women often lose muscle in an effort to lose weight. Looking at you, Octavia, son of a bitch. Women often compromise muscle because they'll take something, right? Shot, pill, something, and then the program will say, don't exercise, right? And this is going to help you lose weight. Sure, because you're wasting away all your muscle. You're becoming a more feeble, less capable human. You're wrecking your own metabolic rate. Oh, by the way, that's going to keep you coming back for more of the bullshit they were selling, right? Let's downregulate our thyroid, and that'll downregulate our metabolism. And after she gets off this strict diet and eats anything normal, she'll blow up like a balloon, feel like she failed, and she'll be right back, guys. Right? Thank you, fitness industry. Right? So, doing anything to lose weight, to get smaller, also is going to compromise your skeletal health. Right? You're going to underfeed yourself. And if you're underfeeding or underfueling yourself, it's going to compromise your body's ability to lay down new, thick, hard bone. You're not going to get that, right? From dieting, from wasting away. It's not going to happen. You're going to have issues again. For women, being underfueled and overworked for a consistent amount of time really does compromise your thyroid function. If you don't know what the thyroid is, it's a little gland. It helps regulate your metabolism. And as you starve yourself through to weight loss or overexert yourself through to weight loss, you are down regulating your metabolic rate, your basal metabolic rate. It's probably going to shift down because you are complex creatures, ladies, and evolution doesn't give a shit about abs. Evolution wants you to be happy and healthy and have a certain amount of fat. I said the F word, have a certain amount of fat for procreation. That's the way your bodies are engineered. I don't mean this to be patriarchal or misogynistic, but your nature cares more about your ability to procreate than it does about your ability to have a 4-pack, 6-pack. I've seen so many women compromise their overall health, backfire, and then continue to exist in a body that does not want to perform as it should, just based on the fact that they've stripped it for parts to get down to a goal weight. Third reason why I don't like setting a goal weight, and I'm closing now, as my father, Reverend Donald L. Jones, would say. I'm sorry, Reverend Dr. Donald L. Jones. My father has a PhD in theology. I'm closing now. The third reason why I hate a goal weight is because it makes your journey suck, right? Having a goal weight makes your journey suck. It's awful. Like, why would you want to live like that? I like to cite the difference between goals and intentions, right? And here's how I see them. A goal is some fixed endpoint result that you arrive at eventually. I'm going to have some more water. Oh, that's good. A goal is a fixed point a result that you get to. An intention is sort of a way of being, an identity, right? And having a goal weight can suck so much because when you have a goal, and I'm going to talk about goals at some point this week during the live broadcast, when you have a goal like that's got a fixed point, end result, every single day that you do not attain the goal, it's distracting, right? The goal itself is distracting because you're thinking about, when am I going to get it? Where is it going to be? When is it going to happen? How long will it be? Versus an intention. A goal requires you to get to something specifically at the end. I love goals for business, right? I love goals for finance. I was raised on goals as a business person. This is how I led my sales teams back in the day when that's what I was doing. I hate goals for humans in terms of their humanity, their existence. I do not like an existential goal, right? My existence counts more when I get blank, right? Because that shit will frustrate you, right? It's not a joyful journey. I prefer an intention. And here's how I'm going to differentiate goals from intentions. I'm going to use relationships. Why not? I'm credentialed in fitness. I'm qualified to talk about relationships. That's what everybody else is doing. I may switch to a relationship coach. So the goal of getting married, right? We can say the goal of having a relationship, but let's use marriage as a goal. Because for a lot of people, it is a goal. The goal of getting married can possibly turn you into a bridezilla, right? Because is the dress right? Oh, my wedding day going to be jacked up. Is the caterer right? Is the this right? Is the that right? You've got a goal of getting married. And everything up until that point is a lot of nerves, a lot of angst, probably a lot of stress, and possibly a lot of things after that point, after the wedding. Enthusiasm could wane. It could fall off. And obviously that depends on who you marry. Versus the intention of being a loving, supportive partner, right? That intention comes pre-attached with an identity. The who of this thing, the how of this thing, it comes pre-attached with identity. Again, the goal of getting married versus the intention of being a loving, supportive partner. If the goal is to get married, every day up until you have the wedding, you're not married. You haven't hit your goal, right? You're thinking about your goal and you're talking about your goal, and things are going to be so different when you hit that goal. But the intention of being a loving, supportive partner, you can do that on date 2, right? You know, oh, he got locked out, when I closed the door behind me. It's raining out there, but, he's a really nice guy. I'm going to go out and help him out, right? Or the gentleman, she's gotten a flat tire. You've only been on 3 dates, but she's out there somewhere and she's stranded. I'm going to drive out there, right? I can be a loving, supportive partner on date 2, right? At the level that's allowed for date 2. But if I'm waiting for that end thing, that result, that getting married, everything up to that seems like work. I can enjoy date 2 if I'm going to be a loving, supportive partner or a loving, supportive date, right? I can act on that. And oftentimes, if we shift from the goal of getting to X weight, if we shift that goal to, I'm going to be the type of person that prioritizes their best health in every situation, and it's going to reflect in all my choices. The intention of being that, the re-identification of how you relate to your own health, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, etc., is so much more significant and so much more enjoyable across the course of the journey, because, spoiler alert, there is no there to get to, right? The fitness there that you're trying to arrive at, when you get there, when the GPS takes you there, it's an empty lot. And you're going to be looking around thinking, man, I thought the house was supposed to be right here. GPS says it's right here. And there's nothing there but a vacant lot, right? Because that home is meant for you to build when you get there. There was no pre-constructed destination or house for you that was supposed to be there in the first place. And that's the third reason why I do not like setting a goal weight. So, if you watch this live replay on the replay, thank you for coming back and watch the replay. It's for those here now. It's going to be up in just a second. I've got to pay the bills one more time because I'm currently in my enrollment week. I'm enrolling no more than 5 women over 30 that want to build their healthiest relationship with food and their body. Also build their healthiest body without restricting foods. There's no calorie counting or macronutrient counting in the program. We're not weighing or measuring food. We're looking to exercise 3 to 4 times a week, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. And if that sounds like something that would help you on your wellness journey, feel free to DM me the word LIVE, L-I-V-E. I'll ask you about 5 questions to see if what I do might be a good fit for what you need, and we'll take it from there. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock a.m. with another live broadcast. Until next time, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X or Twitter or whatever you call yourself today. See you soon.